I know there's a very special reason that your hair's purple. Tell us about that.
You know, 3 years ago, the purple thing was born in my heart. I think 2 years prior to the time it really actually developed into something. Shortly, I was arrested. I look at a clip from Anne Ream, a rape survivor from America, on YouTube, and she was talking about how important it is for the police to handle rape victims appropriately. And the way they handle these victims will determine the success in court, or if they continue the case, or whatever the case might be. But she also said something that God just changed completely in my head. He put me into the picture of everything. She said, when she was raped, after the rape, there was a huge shortage of voices and faces of survivors who were willing to give hope. You know, you get the stories, but then the voices are blotted out, or the faces are blotted out. So in that moment, when I listened to her, it's like God just showed me we needed voices and faces for hope, healing, and victory, but also against rape and violence. You see, you get all these campaigns against rape and violence, but what is the alternative? So I contacted Ina Bonet, who was at that stage very in the news with her own horrifying story with the Molly Molly monster. I contacted Elizabeth Lowe from Bloemfontein and Hetty Brits from Pretoria, all of them rape survivors. I told them about the Purple, the Go Purple campaign, and they were all so excited. So in the first year, I drove many kilometers to actually go and make them purple. The hairdresser who are importing this beautiful purple went with me, and we made these survivors purple. And that's where it all started. And for me, I'm so humbled to see how many women countrywide now wants this beautiful purple in their hairs, not just to make a statement to say, I'm in victory over my rape, but also to support survivors of rape and violence. And for me, at this stage, we are training the Melitas countrywide to teach women and men in our communities the rights of victims, and also how to treat them shortly after a rape, and how to actually also be able to see that the police respect these victims' rights. So it grew, actually, the Go Purple campaign grew from a community project at Crossroads to a very huge thing, in such a way that we are establishing the Go Purple Foundation now, so that we can have a central point from where we can help survivors or victims who would phone in and say, like about 2 months ago, when somebody Facebooked me and said in Pretoria, Andre, I've just been raped, can you please help me? And because of the campaign, we've built already very good networks. I could phone Colleen in Pretoria, and within minutes, there were a welfare worker at the Brooklyn police station, and she was helped, and the case was opened and everything was done. So yeah, the purple is also victorious, but also in Thailand, and people wear purple when somebody dies, and where there's a lot of sadness. So the purple represents victory, but also the pain socialized with rape and violence, and when there's hurt. And that's the Go Purple story. And we pray and hope that many survivors will throw off the shame and the guilt and stand up and become the voices and faces of hope, healing, and victory.
Anuri, from everybody at News 24, we especially want to express how grateful we are that you are doing the work that you're doing for our country. And if somebody is watching this video and really wants to help your organization or the Go Purple campaign by donating or getting involved, how can they do that?
Jerusha, there is a website, www.gopurple.co.za. Go and read everything there. Anne Ream's story is there. The starting of the Go Purple campaign is there. I really, really, really want to use this an opportunity to invite men, especially men, to throw off the shame and the guilt, because we understand from networking NGOs over the country that men are raped on a daily basis, and if it's so hard for women to speak out, it's even more harder for men. So I'm really begging, I'm acquiring men and women, good men and women who are in victory over a rape or violence, or even if you're not part of that, to contact us via the website, or you can phone me and book us to come and train Melitas in your town, in your area, so that in future, and this is our dream, that no victim will ever be reporting a rape case all on her own. Because then, understand one thing, legislation says you can have somebody with you. And then we will not see, like in the past week, where rape victims want to report rapes and then they get gang raped or raped by police officials. So please go onto the website, my numbers are there, the office numbers are there, and stand up, become a voice and a face against violence and rape. But also, if you've been through it and you got healed by the grace of God and by His mercy, help us to help other victims to become victorious over their pain and shame. It would be so wonderful to assist you.